From the world's oldest gold, Varna, 4500 before Christ, to Thracian tombs and Roman ruins, Bulgaria's archaeological treasures reveal ancient civilization's brilliance. These finds, including Neolithic artifacts, medieval monasteries, and the birthplace of Cyrillic script, showcase the region's role as a cultural crossroads. Each discovery offers new insights into Europe's past, from prehistoric rituals to Byzantine splendor, making Bulgaria an open-air museum of human heritage. Bulgaria's most incredible archaeological discoveries that rewrote history. The Varna gold treasure, the oldest gold in the world, discovered in 1972 near the Black Sea coast, the Varna gold treasure is one of the most groundbreaking archaeological finds in history, dating back to 4,500 to 4,200 before Christ. This makes it the oldest processed gold ever found, predating the gold of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia by hundreds of years. The burial site contained 294 graves, with some skeletons buried with astonishing amounts of gold over 6.5 pounds, 3 kilograms, of gold artifacts in the richest grave. Among the treasures were bracelets, necklaces, ceremonial axes, and even gold plates sewn onto clothing, suggesting that the deceased was a high-ranking chieftain or priest. The craftsmanship is incredibly advanced, with thin hammered gold sheets, intricate engravings, and even the world's first gold jewelry. Archaeologists believe the Varna culture was a highly organized society with a clear social hierarchy, where gold symbolized power and divine connection. The discovery rewrote history, proving that Europe had sophisticated civilizations long before ancient Greece or Rome. Today, most of the treasure is displayed in the Varna Archaeological Museum, where visitors can see these shimmering relics. Up close, scientists still debate why this culture disappeared, with theories ranging from climate change to invasions. The Varna gold remains a national symbol of Bulgaria's ancient heritage and continues to fascinate researchers worldwide. The Thracian Tomb of Kazanluk, a time capsule of ancient art, hidden beneath a grassy mound near the town of Kazanluk. This 4th century before Christ tomb was accidentally discovered in 1948 by soldiers digging a trench. What they found inside was a perfectly preserved masterpiece of Thracian art, now recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The tomb consists of a narrow corridor leading to a round burial chamber, all decorated with breathtaking frescoes that have kept their colors for over 2,300 years. The paintings depict a farewell feast, where a Thracian nobleman sits with his wife, while servants bring gifts and warriors ride chariots in his honor. The most striking scene is on the dome, a majestic couple holding hands, possibly representing the afterlife reunion of the buried ruler and his queen. The artists used natural pigments mixed with egg yolk, which helped the paintings survive centuries of humidity. The tomb was built for a Thracian king or warlord from the Odrysian tribe, who ruled parts of Bulgaria before the Romans. To protect the fragile artwork, authorities built an exact replica nearby for tourists, while the original remained sealed. The Kazanluk tomb is considered one of the best preserved examples of Hellenistic era painting and offers a rare glimpse into the mysterious world of the Thracians, a people known for their warrior culture and legendary treasures. The Valley of Thracian Kings, land of forgotten rulers, nestled in the rolling hills of central Bulgaria. Near the towns of Shipka and Kazanluk lies an extraordinary archaeological landscape known as the Valley of the Thracian Kings. This area contains more than 1,500 ancient mounds, many hiding spectacular tombs of Thracian rulers from the 5th to 3rd centuries before Christ. The most famous is the Sveshtari tomb, discovered in 1982 and recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. What makes this tomb unique are its 10 graceful caryatides, sculpted female figures that serve as columns, their delicate hands raised as if supporting the heavens. The walls are decorated with blue and red frescoes of mythical scenes, while the burial chamber held golden artifacts, armor, and even sacrificed horses, showing the Thracians' belief in an afterlife where warriors would need their steeds. Nearby, the Goliama Kosmatka tomb revealed an incredible life-sized bronze head believed to portray King Soothopous III, complete with hauntingly realistic facial features. Archaeologists continue to make discoveries here, using ground-penetrating radar to locate new tombs without excavation. The valley offers proof that Thracian civilization rivaled contemporary Greek cultures in sophistication, with their own unique artistic style, advanced metalworking skills, and complex burial rituals that honored their warrior elite. Preparacon, the Machu Picchu of Europe, rising dramatically from the Rhodope Mountains, the ancient city of Preparacon represents one of Europe's most impressive archaeological sites, often called Bulgaria's Machu Picchu. This massive, rock-cut city was inhabited continuously from 5000 before Christ through the Middle Ages, with its golden age during Thracian and Roman times. The complex includes a royal palace, enormous temple dedicated to Dionysus, an intricate water system carved directly into the stone. What makes Preparacon extraordinary is its scale, covering 12 acres across multiple terraces with some walls. Standing 20 feet tall, archaeologists discovered a huge circular altar where priests performed fire rituals described by ancient historians, along with hundreds of wine vessels confirming Dionysian worship. The site gained fame in 2002 when Professor Nikolai Ovtcharov uncovered a hidden treasure of golden ornaments beneath the altar. According to legend, this was where Alexander the Great received a prophecy about ruling the world, and where Emperor Augustus consulted the oracle. Unlike other ruins, Preparacon wasn't built from quarried stone, but was sculpted from the living rock, showing incredible engineering by its ancient inhabitants. Today, visitors can walk the same stone-paved streets where Thracian kings, Roman governors, and Byzantine monks once trod, while enjoying panoramic views stretching all the way to the Aegean Sea on clear days. The Madara Rider, Europe's only rock relief, carved high on a sheer 100-meter cliff near the village of Madara. The Madara horseman is Bulgaria's most iconic monument and the only rock relief of its kind in Europe. This stunning 8th century Anno Domini sculpture depicts a life-sized warrior on horseback, triumphantly spearing a lion while his dog runs alongside. The scene symbolizes the power of the First Bulgarian Empire, with inscriptions in Greek describing Khan Tervel's victories over the Byzantines. What makes this UNESCO site remarkable is both its inaccessible location, requiring skilled climbers to reach even today, and its blend of cultures, showing Bulgarian, Thracian, and Roman influences. The horseman's face was deliberately damaged during Ottoman rule, but remains an impressive 23 meters tall, visible from miles away. Archaeologists believe the site was sacred for millennia before the Bulgarians arrived, possibly used for Thracian rituals. Nearby caves contain evidence of prehistoric habitation dating back 40,000 years. The relief's creation remains a mystery. How artists scaled the cliff face to carve it, what tools they used, and why they chose this dangerous location. Some theories suggest it marked an important battlefield or spiritual center. Today, the horseman appears on Bulgarian coins and serves as a national symbol, his silent vigil over the plains continuing as it has for 13 centuries. At sunset, when shadows deepen the carving's lines, the ancient warrior seems almost alive, frozen mid-charge for eternity. The Rogosen Treasure, silver hoard of the Thracians. In 1986, a farmer digging in his garden in the small village of Rogosen accidentally uncovered what would become known as one of the most spectacular archaeological finds in Eastern Europe, the Rogosen Treasure. This incredible collection, consists of 165 exquisitely crafted silver vessels dating from the 5th to 4th centuries before Christ, weighing over 20 kilograms in total. The treasure includes ritual drinking cups, ornate wine jugs, and ceremonial plates, many decorated with intricate scenes from Thracian mythology and daily life. Some vessels bear Greek inscriptions indicating they were gifts from local rulers, while others show clear Persian influences, proving the Thracians participated in extensive trade networks. The most famous piece is a Phiali libation bowl, depicting a bearded god surrounded by animals, possibly representing a Thracian deity similar to Dionysus. Archaeologists believe the treasure was buried in multiple deposits over generations, perhaps hidden during times of war or political unrest. The craftsmanship is astonishing. Some cups are so thin they're nearly translucent, while others feature delicate gold gilding that has survived 2,500 years. What makes the Rogosen find unique is that it wasn't from a tomb, but rather a deliberate hoard, giving us rare insight into Thracian ceremonial practices rather than just burial customs. Today, the treasure is displayed in the Vratsa Regional Museum, where visitors can marvel at the shimmering collection that represents the pinnacle of Thracian metalworking skill. The Ramang Theatre of Plavdev, a stage frozen in time, carved into the slopes of the ancient Tremondium Hill in the heart of Plavdev. The Ramang Theatre is one of the best preserved ancient theaters in the world, still used for performances. Today, built during the reign of Emperor Trajan in the 2nd century Anno Domini, this magnificent structure could seat up to 7,000 spectators who gathered to watch Greek tragedies, Roman comedies, and gladiatorial contests. The theater's remarkable preservation is due to a unique twist of fate. It was buried for centuries under medieval fortifications after being abandoned, which protected its marble seats and ornate stage building from destruction. The semicircular orchestra area features an intricate mosaic floor depicting mythological scenes, while the 14 rows of seats bear inscriptions showing they were reserved for specific guilds and city officials. Archaeologists discovered the theater in the 1970s during a landslide, and subsequent excavations revealed an elaborate hydraulic system beneath the stage used for special effects during performances. What makes Plovdiv's theater extraordinary is not just its preservation, but its acoustics. A whisper on stage can be heard clearly in the top rows, demonstrating Roman engineering genius. Today, visitors can attend concerts and plays here, just as audiences did 1,900 years ago, surrounded by the same Corinthian columns and carved reliefs of Dionysus that Roman citizens admired. The theater stands as a powerful reminder that Plovdiv, ancient Philippopolis, was once one of the most important cultural centers in the Ramang province of Thrace. The Soothopous underwater ruins, a sunken Thracian capital, beneath the waters of the Kaprinka Reservoir near Kazanluk, lies one of Bulgaria's most fascinating archaeological mysteries, the completely preserved ruins of Soothopous, capital, city of the Adrician kingdom. Founded in the 4th century before Christ by King Soapal III, this remarkable city was discovered in 1948 during dam construction and represents the only fully excavated Thracian city known to exist. Before being flooded in 1954, despite archaeologists' protests, researchers documented an advanced urban plan with fortified walls, paved streets, and sophisticated drainage systems. The city layout reveals a circular design divided into religious, residential, and administrative sectors, with the king's palace at the center. Most astonishing were the discoveries in the royal quarter, colorful frescoes, imported Greek pottery, and golden artifacts showing the wealth of Thracian rulers. Today, the ruins sit perfectly preserved under 20 meters of water, visible only through special diving expeditions. A controversial project proposes building a giant circular dam to drain and expose the city as a tourist attraction. which would make Soothopous the world's only underwater archaeological site to be resurrected. Until then, the sunken city remains a time capsule of Thracian urban life, its cobbled streets and temple foundations waiting silently beneath the water's surface. The discovery proved that the Thracians weren't just nomadic tribes, but built sophisticated cities rivaling contemporary Greek Peleus, forcing historians to reconsider this mysterious civilization's true achievements. The Sterasel tomb complex, Thracian cult center, hidden in the Srednagora Mountains. The Sterasel tomb complex represents one of the most important religious sites of ancient Thrace. Discovered in 2000, this vast archaeological complex dates back to 5th-4th century before Christ and includes a monumental royal tomb surrounded by a circular stone wall nearly 240 meters in diameter, the largest Thracian cult structure ever found. The central Chetiniova Mogila tomb features an impressive domed chamber built from perfectly fitted stone blocks without mortar, showing advanced engineering skills. Inside, archaeologists found golden rings, silver ritual vessels, and ceramic offerings that revealed sophisticated burial rituals. What makes Sterasel unique is its combination of royal burial ground and religious sanctuary, with evidence of year-round ceremonial activities. The complex includes a wine press and numerous drinking vessels, suggesting the Thracians performed Dionysian rituals here. The main tomb's orientation aligns with the summer solstice sunrise, proving the Thracians had astronomical knowledge. Unlike other Thracian sites, Sterasel shows continuous use for over 200 years, with each generation adding new elements to the sacred complex. The discovery forced archaeologists to reconsider the scale and importance of Thracian religious practices, showing they built permanent stone temples long before Roman conquest. Today, visitors can walk through the massive stone gates and stand in the same ceremonial spaces where Thracian priests performed rituals 2,500 years ago. The Balint Rock Sanctuary, ancient astronomical observatory, perched high in the Rhodope Mountains. The Balint Rock Sanctuary is one of Bulgaria's most enigmatic archaeological sites. This massive flat sandstone plateau, covering about 12 acres at 1,200 meters altitude, was used as a sacred ritual site from the Bronze Age through the Middle Ages. The entire surface is covered with hundreds of carved ritual basins, channels, and staircases, all precisely cut into the living rock. Most fascinating are the astronomical markings, cup-shaped depressions arranged in patterns that align with celestial events. Researchers have identified carvings that track the summer and winter solstices, as well as constellations important to Thracian religion. The site also contains numerous Thracian rock-cut niches that likely held idols or offerings, along with early Christian crosses showing continued sacred use. Archaeologists found ceremonial pottery fragments and animal bones suggesting ritual sacrifices took place here. What makes Balint extraordinary is its multi-layered religious significance, used first by Thracians, then Romans, and later by medieval Christian hermits. The natural acoustics of the rock formations create eerie sound effects, possibly enhancing ancient ceremonies. Local legends claim this was a temple of the god Dionysus, while some theorists suggest it was a prehistoric star map. Unlike structured temples, Balint shows how Thracians adapted natural landscapes for spiritual purposes, blending architecture with nature in ways that still inspire awe today. The Ramang Thermi of Varna, luxury of antiquity. Beneath the modern streets of Varna lie the impressive ruins of the Roman Thermi, the largest ancient baths discovered in Bulgaria and among the biggest in the Balkans. Built in the 2nd century, Anno Domini, this massive complex covered over 7,000 square meters and could accommodate hundreds of visitors daily. The well-preserved ruins reveal a sophisticated heating system, hypocaust, marble-lined pools, and separate sections for men and women. Archaeologists found evidence of cold rooms, frigidarium, warm rooms, tepidarium, and hot rooms, caldorium, along with exercise yards and social spaces. What makes Varna's baths exceptional is their size and decoration, intricate mosaic floors, imported marble columns, and a unique underground service tunnel system that allowed slaves to maintain the baths unseen. The complex included libraries, shops, and even a small theater, showing how Roman bath culture combined hygiene with entertainment and business. Inscriptions mention wealthy donors who financed expansions, proving the city's prosperity under Roman rule. The baths remained in use for nearly 300 years before being abandoned in the 4th century Anno Domini. Today, visitors can walk through the towering brick arches and imagine the vibrant social life that once flourished here. Politicians making deals, athletes training, and families spending leisure time in what was essentially an ancient spa and community center. The Thermae stand as testament to the Roman Empire's ability to bring Mediterranean luxury to its distant provinces. The Tatchel Sanctuary, throne of Orpheus, carved into a massive rock outcrop near the village of Tatchel. This extraordinary Thracian rock sanctuary is believed by many archaeologists to be connected with the cult of Orpheus, dating back to the 12th century before Christ. The site features a remarkable 5-meter-tall human face carved into the cliffside, along with a rectangular tomb chamber and altar platforms. The complex includes a perfectly circular ritual platform at the summit with astronomical alignments, suggesting it functioned as an ancient observatory. Local legends claim this was where Orpheus was buried after being torn apart by Maenads. And indeed, excavations have revealed artifacts related to Orphic mysteries. The sanctuary shows continuous use for nearly 3,000 years, from the Bronze Age through Roman times, with each civilization leaving its mark. Archaeologists discovered gold ornaments, ritual vessels, and inscriptions dedicated to various deities. What makes Tatchel unique is its multi-layered religious significance, starting as a solar observatory, becoming an Orphic center, then a Hellenistic shrine, and finally a medieval Christian site. The throne-like niche carved into the main rock is positioned to catch the first rays of sunrise during equinoxes, creating dramatic light effects that ancient priests likely used in ceremonies. Unlike structured temples, Tatchel's natural sanctity blended with man-made carvings creates an atmosphere that still feels mystical today, making it one of Bulgaria's most spiritually powerful archaeological sites. The Pudi Kamani stone forest, nature's mystery. While not man-made, the Pudi Kamani stone forest near Varna represents one of Bulgaria's most puzzling archaeological landscapes. These natural stone columns, some reaching 7 meters tall, were used as a sacred site by multiple ancient cultures from the 4th millennium before Christ. The Thracians built altars and sacrificial pits among the stones, while later Romans erected a small temple to Jupiter in the center. What makes this site archaeologically significant are the numerous artifacts found buried around the columns: pottery shards, bronze tools, and animal bones showing continuous ritual use. The stone formations, created by unique geological processes, were believed by ancient peoples to be petrified trees or giants, becoming central to local mythology. Archaeologists have identified carved channels on some stones that may have been used for blood sacrifices or liquid offerings. The site's alignment with celestial events suggests it functioned as a primitive calendar, with certain columns casting significant shadows during solstices. Unlike constructed monuments, Pudi Kamani shows how ancient cultures adapted natural wonders for spiritual purposes, creating a sacred landscape that remained important for over 5,000 years. Today, visitors can walk among these eerie stone sentinels and imagine the ancient rituals performed in their shadows. The Abridus Fortress, where Rome fell, The massive ruins of Abridus near Razgrad mark one of the most significant battle sites in Roman history, where Emperor Decius became the first Roman ruler killed by barbarians in 251 Anno Domini. This sprawling fortress, originally a Thracian settlement, became one of Rome's most important military bases in the Balkans. Excavations have revealed 3.5 kilometers of defensive walls, numerous towers, and a well-preserved Roman thermae. The site's museum displays incredible finds including gold coins, weapons, and the famous Abridus Treasure, a hoard of jewelry buried during Gothic invasions. What makes Abridus archaeologically unique is its layered history, from Thracian village to Roman city to Byzantine stronghold. The battlefield where Decius fell has been identified through concentrations of arrowheads and armor fragments. Archaeologists recently uncovered a secret underground tunnel system used for surprise attacks and escapes. The fortress's innovative defensive design, including angled gates and hidden sally ports, shows advanced military engineering. Abridus provides crucial evidence about the beginning of Rome's decline, with artifacts showing the empire's desperate measures against barbarian invasions, from hastily minted coins to repaired weapons. Walking through these ruins, visitors can sense the desperation of Rome's last days in the Balkans, when mighty emperors fell to nomadic warriors, changing European history forever. The Soapal Apollo statue, sunken god of the Black Sea, in 2010, marine archaeologists made a stunning discovery off the coast of Soapal, a nearly intact bronze statue of Apollo dating to the 5th century before Christ. This life-sized masterpiece, found at a depth of 40 meters, represents one of the finest examples of ancient Greek sculpture ever recovered from Bulgarian waters. The statue's exquisite detailing shows the god of music and sun with his characteristic flowing hair and serene expression, missing only its original golden eyes that would have glittered in temple light. Experts believe it adorned a wealthy temple before being lost in a shipwreck while being transported to a new location. The marine environment preserved the bronze remarkably well, leaving visible the artist's fine chisel marks and even traces of the wax mold used in its lost wax casting. What makes this find extraordinary is its provenance. Analysis shows the bronze came from Cypriot mines, the marble base from Paros, and the artistic style matches workshops in Athens, demonstrating the interconnected Mediterranean trade networks. The statue now resides in Soapal's Archaeological Museum, displayed in a special climate-controlled case that mimics seabed conditions to prevent deterioration. Its discovery has reignited interest in Bulgaria's underwater heritage, with ongoing searches for the hypothetical shipwreck that might contain other treasures from the same temple. The Mesik Tomb, Thracian beehive of the dead, near the Bulgarian-Greek border, stands the Mesik Tomb, a perfectly preserved tholos, beehive tomb from the 4th century before Christ. This architectural marvel features a 20-meter long corridor leading to a circular burial chamber with a soaring 5-meter high dome, all built from precisely cut sandstone blocks without mortar. The tomb's engineering is so precise that it has withstood earthquakes for 2,400 years. Inside, archaeologists found golden wreaths, silver vessels, and bronze armor belonging to a Thracian nobleman, along with the skeleton of his horse, a common practice in aristocratic burials. What makes Mesik unique is its hybrid design, combining Greek architectural elements with distinct Thracian features like the antechamber's ritual niches. The dome's acoustics create an eerie echo effect, possibly intentional for ceremonial purposes. Recent laser scans revealed hidden symbols carved into the stone blocks, possibly mason's marks or protective charms. Unlike many plundered tombs, Mesik was found nearly intact because its entrance was cleverly concealed beneath an artificial mound. The site forms part of a larger complex, including a medieval fortress and Roman ruins, showing this location's enduring strategic importance. Visitors today can experience the same awe-inspiring space that Thracian mourners did millennia ago, with sunlight filtering through the narrow entrance to illuminate the central chamber in a dramatic play of light and shadow. The Roman mosaics of Philippopolis, ancient floor masterpieces beneath modern Plavdev streets, lie some of Europe's most spectacular Roman-era mosaics, dating from 2nd–4th century Anno Domini. These floor artworks, preserved in situ, where they were originally laid, showcase the incredible skill of ancient craftsmen. The most famous is the Peacock Mosaic from a 3rd century aristocratic home, featuring vibrant tesserae, small tiles made from local stones and imported glass to create shimmering effects. Another masterpiece, the Seasons Mosaic, personifies the 4 seasons as graceful female figures surrounded by intricate geometric patterns. What makes these mosaics exceptional is their artistic sophistication, using up to 15,000 tesserae per square meter to achieve painterly shading and perspective. Archaeologists have identified workshop signatures in the borders, proving Plavdev, ancient Philippopolis, had its own mosaic school. Recent multispectral imaging has revealed hidden underdrawings beneath the tiles, showing how artists planned their compositions. Unlike museum displays, Plavdev's mosaics remain in their original locations, now protected under glass floors in the archaeological underpass beneath the main pedestrian street. This unique presentation allows visitors to literally walk over history, seeing the mosaics as ancient residents did. The scenes depict mythology, nature, and daily life, from Dionysian revels to intricate hunting scenes, offering a colorful window into Roman Thrace's cosmopolitan culture. Conservationists now use microscopic bacteria to clean the tiles without chemicals, a revolutionary technique developed specifically for these treasures. The Sliven rock monasteries, medieval cliff retreats. Hidden in the cliffs above Sliven are Bulgaria's remarkable rock-hewn monasteries, a complex of 40-plus medieval chambers carved directly into vertical sandstone faces between the 9th–14th centuries Anno Domini. These monastic cells, chapels, and refectories were created by Orthodox hermits seeking solitude, connected by precarious wooden walkways that still cling to the cliffs. The most impressive, St. Dimitar Monastery, features a perfectly circular chapel with acoustics designed for chanting and walls covered in faded frescoes of saints and biblical scenes. Archaeologists have found ceramic inkwells, bronze censers, and illuminated manuscript fragments in the caves, proving they were centers of learning. What makes Sliven unique is its defensive design, hidden entrances, rainwater collection systems, and even escape tunnels used during Ottoman raids. Some caves contain graffiti crosses left by crusaders passing through to Constantinople. Unlike famous rock monasteries like Bulgaria's Ivanovo, Slivens remain relatively unknown, preserving an authentic atmosphere. Recent restoration work revealed hidden inscriptions in the chapel dome, including a complete 13th century liturgical calendar. Visitors today can still see the rope grooves where monks hoisted supplies up the cliffs, and the soot marks from their oil lamps on the ceilings. These atmospheric caves represent a fascinating blend of spirituality, engineering, and survival during turbulent medieval times. The St. Ivan Island relics, bones of a saint? In 2010, archaeologists excavating a medieval church on St. Ivan Island near Soapal made a startling discovery: a sarcophagus containing bone fragments inscribed with the name John the Baptist. Radiocarbon dating placed the bones in the 1st century Anno Domini, matching the biblical figure's lifetime. The relics were found beneath the altar of a 5th century church, accompanied by a small sandstone box inscribed in Greek: God, Savior, Servant Thomas, to St. John. Analysis revealed the bones belonged to a Middle Eastern male who died in his 30s, consistent with John's description. Even more intriguing, DNA testing on other alleged John the Baptist relics worldwide showed these were the only ones with matching genetic material. What makes this discovery controversial is the lack of definitive proof, though the timing, location, near ancient Apollonia, and church dedications strongly suggest authenticity. The bones are now displayed in Soapal's Church of St. George, where they've become a major pilgrimage site. Ongoing research focuses on the mineral composition of the accompanying Box's sandstone, which appears to originate from the Holy Land. Whether these truly are the Baptists' remains may never be proven, but their discovery has shed light on early Christian relic veneration and the spread of Christianity along the Black Sea coast. The excavation also uncovered the island's ancient lighthouse foundations, proving it was an important maritime landmark since antiquity. The Ovchartsi Thracian Tomb, underground masterpiece, discovered in 2005 near the village of Ovchartsi. This 4th century, before Christ Thracian tomb stunned archaeologists with its perfectly preserved frescoes depicting scenes from the afterlife. The tomb's interior walls are covered with vivid paintings showing a procession of warriors and deities, their colors still remarkably vibrant after 2,400 years. What makes this tomb extraordinary is its unique double-chamber design, an outer room decorated with geometric patterns symbolizing the cosmos, and an inner burial chamber featuring a stunning blue-skinned goddess holding a cornucopia. The ceiling is painted to resemble a starry night sky, with constellations accurately representing their positions during autumn equinox. Archaeologists found golden funeral masks and silver ratans, drinking horns, buried with the nobleman interred here, suggesting he was a high-ranking priest or ruler. Unlike other Thracian tombs, Ovchartsi's paintings show clear Persian artistic influences, proving cultural exchanges between Thracians and the Achaemenid Empire. The tomb's orientation aligns with the sunrise on specific feast days, indicating its use for astronomical observations and rituals. Recent multispectral imaging has revealed hidden preparatory sketches beneath the frescoes, showing how Thracian artists planned their compositions. Now protected by a climate-controlled enclosure, visitors can experience the tomb exactly as it appeared to ancient mourners, with artificial lighting recreating the original torch illumination effects. The Roman road station at Ad Putea, ancient highway rest stop, excavations at Ad Putea near modern-day Rus have uncovered one of the best-preserved Roman road stations in the Balkans, dating to 2nd century Anno Domini. This way station alone, a via Istris, provided lodging, stables, and repair services for travelers on the imperial highway connecting the Danube with Byzantium. The complex includes stone foundations of an inn, blacksmith workshops, and even a small bathhouse with hypocaust heating. Archaeologists found hundreds of artifacts, including wagon parts, horseshoes, and cooking utensils that paint a vivid picture of ancient travel. Most fascinating is the station's accounting ledger scratched into pottery shards, recording transactions in Greek and Latin over several decades. The site's water filtration system, using layered sand and charcoal, shows advanced Roman engineering adapted to local conditions. Unlike military forts, Ad Putea offers insight into civilian life and commerce along this crucial transportation artery. Recent excavations revealed a hidden cellar containing amphorae from Italy, Greece, and Asia Minor, proving the station served as a trading hub. The discovery of Christian symbols carved into later period walls shows the site's continued use into Byzantine times. Now an open-air museum, visitors can walk the original Roman pavement stones grooved by countless wagon wheels, imagining the merchants, soldiers, and officials who once stopped here on their journeys across the empire. The Kaliakra Cave Monastery, where pirates prayed, carved into the dramatic cliffs of Cape Kaliakra on the Black Sea. This 14th century Anno Domini cave monastery combines spirituality with piracy in a way found nowhere else. The complex includes rock-cut chapels, monk cells, and even a hidden treasure vault where local rulers stored loot from their naval raids. Wall paintings show both Christian saints and ships, reflecting the dual nature of its inhabitants, monks by day, pirates by necessity during Ottoman threats. Archaeologists found Venetian coins, Genoese ceramics, and Russian icons proving Kaliakra was an international hub. The monastery's water collection system, carved channels feeding cisterns, allowed survival during sieges. Most intriguing is the pirate's grave, containing a skeleton with a sword and crucifix, possibly a repentant raider. Unlike traditional monasteries, Kaliakra's chapels are oriented toward the sea rather than east, showing adaptation to its clifftop location. Recent sonar surveys have detected possible underwater tunnels connecting to nearby caves, perhaps escape routes or smuggling passages. The site's most famous legend tells of 40 maidens who jumped into the sea rather than be captured by Ottomans. Their supposed golden hair can still be seen glinting in the waves at sunset. Today, visitors can descend ancient staircases to the caves, where waves crashing below create an eerie soundtrack echoing through the chambers, blending natural wonder with human history in one of Bulgaria's most dramatically located archaeological sites. The Stara Zagora Neolithic dwellings, Europe's oldest town. Excavations in Stara Zagora have revealed perfectly preserved Neolithic houses dating to 5800 before Christ, making them some of the oldest architectural remains in Europe. These two-story dwellings were constructed using advanced wood framing techniques with clay-plastered walls, some still bearing fingerprints of their builders. The settlement layout shows careful urban planning with parallel streets and shared ovens, suggesting an organized community of 300-plus people. Archaeologists found ceramic grain silos containing charred wheat and barley, along with loom weights proving textile production. What makes Stara Zagora unique is the degree of preservation: intact clay beds, hearths, and even a clay model of a house, possibly an ancient architectural plan. The discovery of copper tools challenges previous timelines about metalworkings. Origins in Europe. Unlike later settlements, these houses show no defensive walls, indicating a peaceful period before warfare became common. The site's museum built life-sized reconstructions using the same ancient techniques, proving the durability of Neolithic engineering. Most remarkably, some walls still show original painted decorations, red zigzag patterns that may have held ritual significance. These dwellings provide an unprecedented look at Europe's first farmers, showing sophisticated construction skills and social organization 2,000 years before Stonehenge or the Egyptian pyramids. Visitors can walk through the excavated neighborhood, seeing the very spaces where families lived, cooked, and worked 8 millennia ago, with artifacts left exactly where their owners last placed them. The Servitz Fortress Sound and Light Show, where history comes alive. Wow, not an archaeological discovery in the traditional sense. The Servitz Fortress Sound and Light Show in Veliko Tarnovo represents one of Bulgaria's most innovative approaches to bringing ancient history to life. This spectacular multimedia experience uses the entire hilltop fortress as its canvas, projecting dramatic images across the medieval walls and towers, while synchronized lights, lasers, and music tell the story of Bulgaria's Second Empire, 12th-14th century Anno Domini. The show's most breathtaking moment recreates the 1393 Ottoman siege, with flames appearing to consume Baldwin's tower, where the Latin emperor was imprisoned. What makes this experience archaeologically significant is how it's based entirely on historical research. The colors used match original fresco pigments found on site. The armor designs come from museum artifacts, and the musical themes incorporate reconstructed medieval Bulgarian chants. Special attention was paid to astronomical alignments, Certain light effects only work when viewed from the ancient royal church's altar during summer solstice. Unlike typical reenactments, this show uses 21st century technology to authentically recreate the past, with 3D projections making ruined structures appear complete again. Archaeologists consulted on the production discovered previously unnoticed architectural details while studying the walls for projection mapping. The show has become so popular that its soundtrack, blending medieval instruments with electronic music, was released as Bulgaria's first archaeological album. Visitors leave not just entertained, but with a profound sense of connection to Bulgaria's glorious past, proving that innovative presentation can be as important as excavation in making archaeology accessible. The Ramang Diclesianopoulos, Bulgaria's mini-Rome. Beneath the modern city of Hisarya lies one of Bulgaria's most impressive Roman spa towns, founded by Emperor Diocletian in 293 Anno Domini. Excavations have revealed nearly 2 kilometers of intact fortress walls with 44 towers, making it one of the best preserved late Roman military complexes in Europe. The site's thermal baths still function today, with mineral water flowing through original Roman pipes. Archaeologists discovered a unique double-layer street system, stone-paved roads for carriages, with elevated pedestrian walkways alongside. Most remarkable is the Tomb of the Athletic Girl, a 4th-century mausoleum containing the skeleton of a young woman buried with her running shoes and strigils, ancient cleaning tools, suggesting she was a professional competitor in women's sports, extremely rare in Roman society. Recent ground-penetrating radar has mapped an underground network of heating channels and water conduits, showing advanced urban planning. Unlike Pompeii, Diocletianopolis remained inhabited continuously, meaning its Roman structures were adapted rather than abandoned. The site's museum displays glass medical instruments from its ancient hospital, along with curse tablets thrown into the sacred spring. Visitors can literally bathe in history at the modern spa complex built over Ramang. Foundations, where the same thermal waters that treated legionnaires now soothe tourists, a living connection across 17 centuries. The Thracian Dolmans, mysterious stone chambers scattered throughout Bulgaria's eastern mountains, are hundreds of Thracian Dolmans, mysterious stone chambers, dating from 1200 to 600 before Christ. These megalithic structures consist of massive stone slabs forming enclosed spaces, often hidden beneath artificial mounds. The most impressive at Sakar Mountain features a 20-ton ceiling stone, precisely positioned over walls decorated with carved solar symbols. Archaeologists believe these were elite burial sites, though some show evidence of astronomical alignments with solstice sunrises. What makes Bulgarian dolmens unique is their variety of forms, from simple boxes to elaborate multi-chambered complexes with entrance corridors. Excavations have revealed ceramic vessels, bronze jewelry, and even traces of funerary feasts left outside the chambers. Unlike Western European dolmens, Bulgarian versions often incorporate carved ritual niches and drainage systems, showing advanced stoneworking skills. Recent discoveries include dolmens containing multiple generations of burials, suggesting they functioned as family tombs for centuries. The most enigmatic is the Orpheus dolmen near Haskovo, where excavations uncovered a lyre-shaped stone altar and bones of sacrificed animals. Local legends claim these structures were built by giants or contained magical powers. Today, archaeologists use drones to locate previously unknown dolmens in remote areas, with over 900 documented so far. Visitors to these silent stone chambers can't help but feel the mystery surrounding their original purpose. Were they tombs, temples, or something else entirely? Their perfect stone joints, carved without metal tools, stand as enduring monuments to Thracian engineering prowess. The medieval Pliska inscriptions, first Bulgarian alphabet, at Bulgaria's first capital, Pliska, archaeologists discovered stone columns with the earliest known examples of the Bulgarian Cyrillic alphabet from the 9th century Anno Domini. These inscriptions represent the crucial transition period when the Glagolitic script invented by St. Cyril and Methodius was being adapted into the simpler Cyrillic system we know today. The most famous, the Pliska Rosette, is a circular stone tablet containing 60-plus characters arranged in concentric circles, possibly an educational tool or cryptographic device. What makes these finds revolutionary is they prove the Bulgarian court actively developed the new alphabet under Tsar Simeon's patronage, not just passively received it from Byzantine missionaries. Recent multispectral imaging has revealed faint charcoal practice letters on some stones, showing scribes learning the new system. Unlike church manuscripts, these public inscriptions demonstrate how quickly Cyrillic spread beyond religious use into administration. The discovery of identical letter forms in distant locations suggests organized teaching campaigns across the empire. Archaeologists also found writing styluses and inkwells in nearby workshops, along with pottery fragments used for practice. Writing. Today, these humble stone slabs are celebrated as the birth certificates of Slavic literacy, with Bulgaria's National Day of Alphabet, May 24th, honoring their significance. Visitors to Pliska's Archaeological Park can see the inscriptions in their original locations, alongside reconstructions of the 9th century scriptorium where monks painstakingly copied texts that would eventually spread Cyrillic across half a continent. The Soapal limestone anchors, ancient maritime technology. During underwater excavations near Soapal's harbor, archaeologists uncovered over 120 stone anchors dating from 1500 before Christ to 500 Anno Domini, representing the evolution of ancient maritime technology. These massive limestone blocks, some weighing over 400 kilograms, show sophisticated designs, from simple stones with rope grooves to advanced triangular anchors with multiple holes for better seabed grip. What makes this collection unique is how it spans 2,000 years of continuous use, proving Soapal, ancient Apollonia, was always an important port. The anchor's mineral composition reveals their origins. Some came from quarries 100 kilometers inland, showing organized trade networks. Most astonishing are the emergency anchors found stacked near shipwreck sites, ready for sudden storms. Recent 3D scanning has identified masons' marks and owner inscriptions carved into the stone, including symbols matching those on local temple walls. Unlike metal anchors that corrode, these limestone specimens preserve details like rope wear, patterns that reveal ancient sailing techniques. Archaeologists also found lead anchor cores from Roman times, showing the transition to metal technology. The discovery of anchor graveyards in specific underwater locations suggests designated waiting areas for ships outside the harbor. Today, many anchors are displayed along Soapal's seaside park, where visitors can touch these ancient maritime tools that connected Bulgaria to the wider Mediterranean world. Their varying sizes, from small fishing boat anchors to massive merchant vessel anchors, tell a silent story of bustling ancient docks where goods from 3 continents changed hands.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.